He's king of this circus, and he's all about the shipping.
Pathetic. All of you. Completely pathetic.
It's the Shape of Things to Come. In store, May 5th, 2010.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video outhouse. It's time once again for SHIPSHAPE Update. And this is the update for May the 5th, 2010. That's right, Cinco de Mayo, 5/5/10. And don't forget, if you're going to Cinco de Mayo, bring your papers, especially in Arizona. Anyway, this week we've got a whole bunch of stuff coming in, but we just finished up Free Comic Book Day, and I hope that all of you had a chance to stop down at Alternate Reality for Free Comic Book Day. And I hope that you took part in the savings, and you met Ray Leonard, the artist, and you took part in First Issue Project, which you'll be seeing at some point here on the Outhouse. And I hope everybody had a good time, because we sure did here at the store. Free Comic Book Day, of course, is over. We'll be back again next year. It's the second happiest day of the year, right after Christmas. Christmas comes every year, so does Free Comic Book Day. We still have new comics coming in this week, though. And that'll be this Wednesday, 8 a.m. here at the store. And coming in this week, I have 181 brand new items that are coming into the store this week. I also have a big whopping 4 items that are coming in on reorder this week for a grand total of 185 new items, or 185 total items that are coming into Alternate Reality this coming Wednesday. Now, why are there only 4 reorder items? Last couple of weeks I've been getting the Free Comic Book Day books in, and while I hope you all had a good time, Free Comic Book Day ain't free for me. And so I got to cut back on my reorders for those weeks. But there'll be more reorders next week and the week after, since those books have already come in and that's over with now. Moving on, we've got our Magnificent 7 this week. Now, as always, all new comics are 15% off here at Alternate Reality. 7 titles on New Comic Book Day are 40% off. And we also have one title that we pick, and I pull a bunch of books as a Hero of the Week for that character. And those books are $1 each. It's recent stuff, $2.99, $3.99 books. Those all are $1 each. And this week it's for Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine #1. This is Marvel's Superman Batman World's Finest book. That was a huge success at DC. Marvel's never had any flies on them when it comes to stealing an idea from DC. So they're doing their own version of Superman Batman, which will be Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine. 2 great tastes that I'm sure will taste great together when they come in.
Hey, you got Wolverine, my Spider-Man.
Exactly. So I'm going to have 20 different Wolverine and Spidey books from the last couple of months, and they'll all be $1 each for all of this coming week. So stop on down for that. Also, I'll have 7 items. Like I said, they'll be 40% off. And of those 7 items, the first up is going to be Project Superpowers Meet the Bad Guys trade paperback. This reprints the 4 issues of the miniseries that just recently came out from Dynamite. Of course, it's spearheaded by Alex Ross. $16.99 everywhere else. It'll be $10.19 here at Alternate Reality this Wednesday. Also, Incorruptible Trade Paperback Volume 1. Also $16.99 cover price. $10.19 here at Alternate Reality this Wednesday. Reprints issues number 1 through 4 of that series, the first story arc, where Max Damage is on his quest for redemption from being a bad guy and transitioning into a good guy. We'll see how he does. Continuing, Iron Man, The Art of Iron Man 2, the movie hardcover is coming in this week. This is a $49.99 trade paperback, hardcover book, trade paperback. But I'm going to be selling it this coming Wednesday for only $29.99, 40% off. It's all the background art, all the storyboards, all the poster art, all the art that's connected to Iron Man 2 in one big, thick volume. If you like Iron Man at all, and if you like Iron Man 2, pick it up. The big trade paperback for the week, though, is Dong Zhao, D-O-N-G-X-O-A-I. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Dong Zhao, Vietnam, 1965. It's a hardcover from DC. $24.99, $14.99 here at the store. This is an original story by Joe Kubert. But he didn't make it up. This is based on a true event that happened in Vietnam in 1965. Special Forces recon team went into the village of Dong Zhao, and terrible things happened. You might want to check it out because Joe Kubert is a master artist. He's a master storyteller. Did Facts from Sarajevo a couple of years ago, which was a hardcover book, which won all sorts of awards. He also, of course, was a Sergeant Rock artist throughout the 60s and 70s. This is going to be a great book, and I'm knocking it off to $14.99 this coming Wednesday. Also, 3 comics. Many Lives of Spider-Man, a $3.99 book, which will be $2.39. This is part of the Year of the Women books over at Marvel. It's all new stories on the many different loves that Spidey has had. Betty Brant, Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, Black Cat, all those girls, they're all going to be featured. Also this week, War of the Superman #1, the 4-issue miniseries. It's a $3.99 book, $2.39 here at Alternate Reality. Begins the beginning of the end of the battle for New Krypton. I think something horrible is going to happen at the end of this, but we'll wait and see what happens. And finally, our book of the week. Book of the week is Brightest Day #1. It begins! It begins in earnest this week. It's a $2.99 book. It's $1.79 here this coming Wednesday. 26 weeks, bi-weekly series, which means it'll ship every other week. It's brightest day. Everyone thinks it's going to be happy and bright and shiny. Everything's going to be wonderful. This is going to be something completely different. It says brightest day, but as the series progresses, you'll find out there's very little bright about brightest day. Anyway, those are all going to be 40% off this Wednesday. Now the horse race. Coming in this week, I have got in first place, sneaking in on a technicality, DC with 25 titles. 25 titles. Coming in second place is Marvel with 24 titles. Coming in third place is Boom with 8 titles. Fourth place is IDW with 7 titles. And fifth place is Dynamite with 5 titles. I also have 41 indie and Crap Factor books, of which a whole bunch of those are actually Crap Factor books. Second prints and variant covers. For a grand total of 110 new comics that are coming in this week to Alternate Reality. So, that's this week's new stuff. Let's go to the Kids Corner and find out what's shipping in kid stuff this week. And we're in the Kids Corner. Coming in this week, I've got a fair amount of stuff for kids. Kids of all ages, including folks like you out there, that even if you're not like a little wee one, you probably enjoy this too if you read it. On trade paperbacks this week, I have Billy Batson, Magic to Shazam Trade Paperback Volume 1. That's coming into the store. And Toy Story Trade Paperback Volume 1. The Return of Buzz Lightyear. So those two trades are coming in this week. Comic-wise, I've got Archie and Friends number 143. Cartoon Network Action Pack number 49, Incredibles number 7, Looney Tunes 186, Muppet King Arthur number 4, Muppet Show number 5, Thor and the Warriors 4. Somebody asked me when I put that in their subscription, why do I have this? It says because you have Power Pack on your list. It's a Power Pack book. Thor and the Warriors 4 number 2, Walt Disney's Comics and Stories 706. Kids Book of the Week though. Veronica, number 200. We have reached another milestone, Veronica, 200. Now, if you remember back in the Wayback Machine, Veronica 100, she went around the world, and she went to Paris, and she went to Italy, and she went to her backyard and wherever else. In this one, she's going through time, courtesy of Doiby Dinkles, or that little kid who wears the glasses who's the brain in Riverdale. He makes a time machine. So she goes through time and has a magical mystery tour through time. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure with Veronica. So that's going to be the Kids Book of the Week. Magazine-wise, I have Tales from Riverdale Digest number 38, Pals and Gals Double Digest 141, and these books, these magazines I should say, which are here at the store, which are for kids, but you may find it at other comic book stores. And those are Ladybug, Cricket, Ranger Rick, who kills ladybugs and crickets, and your big backyard where you'll find ladybugs, crickets, and Ranger Rick. So there you go.
Don't get lost in your big backyard.
Those are all coming in this week or are here now at Alternate Reality. Let's go back to the Command Central for the late list.
That was nice and tight.
And we're back from the Kids Corner. Late list this week. Not a lot on the late list. We've got 22 new items that have been added to the late list. Be sure to go to the store's website. Check out the entire list because there's well over 150 items on the total list. 22 of them, though, have been added this week. Of note, Marvel Select Abomination action figure and the Marvel Select Thing action figure have both been pushed back to mid-June. The Two-Face half-scale bust has also been pushed back to mid-June. But the basket case for this week is the Avengers. Not the new Avengers, not the Mighty Avengers, not the Secret Avengers, not the Dark Avengers, not the whatever Avengers you want, just the Avengers. There's a whole bunch of Avengers titles that have been pushed back that are on the late list. And those include Avengers Initiative number 35, Dark Avengers 16, New Avengers Finale number 1, and New Avengers Luke Cage number 2, all of which have been pushed back to the 12th of May. Avengers Assemble number 1, the brand new book, has been pushed back to the 19th of May. Avengers West Coast, Avengers Assemble hardcover has been pushed back to the 26th of May. And Avengers Vision Scarlet Witch trade paperback Year in the Life has been pushed back to the 9th of June. So all those have been pushed back. Be sure to go to the store's website, like I said, check all that out. Also, while you're at the store's website, print yourself up a copy of this week's checklist. Here's all 110 items that we talked about earlier that are shipping this week to the store. This should go the other way. This should go the other way. All 110 items that are shipping this week to the store. You can print this out for yourself. Just go to the checklist page, right-click with your mouse. You'll see a print icon. Click on that. And if your printer and computer are hooked up right, this is what should come out. Anyway, that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We've got no more shipping for this week, but you stop off at the store at 8 a.m. this coming Wednesday. 15% off all new comics. 40% off those 7 titles I mentioned before. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man saying bye!